As soon as I could hold a crayon, I knew. And fortunately, my parents encouraged it. So I just grew up knowing that that's what I was and would always do. The moment where I actually made the transition was I was doing a drawing and I wanted to put something else in it. So I found an old snapshot I had taken years ago and I cut out a little 1.5-inch square and I glued it in, collaged it in. And I thought, well, that's kind of nice. And pretty soon there was more photo and less drawing. And then finally I said, the photos are more interesting than the drawing, so that's the direction I'm going. I collaborated on these works with my husband and partner, Craig Dennis. Part of the universality of how great it is to show our work in some place like Ankara. Everybody looks at the sky and sees a cloud and projects some image on it. It's just a natural thing to do. And so by taking that further, Untitled is a collection of the word for God in 41 languages, just laid out, stacked up against a blue sky, using those cloud letters. We were interested in the fact that pretty much every culture has a religion and has the idea of a creator or a god, a deity. And even though the way that faith is manifested, the differences in religions, they all aim for the same thing. There's also the notion of a heaven or an afterlife or another world, usually kind of directed to the sky, sometimes into the earth, but that too is a universal. So we're interested in how abstraction can be appreciated for itself, but much of the time, the human mind just can't help attaching a familiar representation to it. So we wanted to just take that impulse and run with it. One of the works in the show is called Entropy in Cinnamon Swirl, Chaos, Simplicity. It's a grid of slices of cinnamon swirl bread, 36 of them in a grid, and in the lower left corner is the one with the most perfect spiral. And then as they go horizontally, they become more chaotic. But the one in the upper right corner, it's the breakdown of the spiral, but it's sort of reconfigured into something that we try to find some sense in. It looks like a cave painting of a bison. Some of them look like things by Paul Klee or William T. Wiley. People see other things in them. You know, once the image that was intended breaks down, abstraction happens. And that's where people insert their interpretations. I think not all photography aims to be art, and maybe art now is just opening up more to what people shoot every day because we're now used to thinking of photography as art, whereas photography had a hard time breaking into the art world. There's also a bigger responsibility now that you realize if you want to make your art relevant to more people, you need to be aware of what's going on in the world. The small number of people who saw work I did 30 years ago at that time, and now it's just astonishing. It's amazing. And I think artists who are emerging now start off with that they are going to address the world and the people in the world, no matter what situation they're in. So I think it's a fascinating change that's happened.